Hi guys, Roger Goforth here with an L3 movie review, and today we sat down to check out I, Frankenstein. This film is an attempt to reanimate, or breathe life, puns intended, into the classic story of the undead monster piece of Dr. Frankenstein. The short synopsis of the film is that, basically, the monster is rejected by its master and lashes out in vengeance by killing Dr. Frankenstein's wife. The doctor then dies in the frozen tundra as he attempted to track down and kill the monster, who was later given the name Adam by Leonore, who herself is the queen of the Gargoyle Order. These beings were commissioned by the Archangel Michael to serve God by defending the human race against the 666 legions of demons that have sought to destroy the world since Satan's rebellion and expulsion from heaven. Needless to say, the monster Adam finds himself torn between the two sides in the eternal battle between good and evil. The demons want to discover his secret to immortality and resurrection, so they're trying to capture him along with Dr. Frankenstein's journal that explains how he was able to reanimate the dead. It seems that the demons have been storing up corpses in hopes that they might have empty vessels with which to possess and create an evil army to conquer the world. The gargoyles, consequently, are trying to protect Adam and guard the secret, all while Leonore believes that God has a purpose for Adam's existence, though no one knows what that might be. Now, the spiritual element can't be overstated in this film. It's all about good versus evil, God versus the devil, and a battle of light and dark. There's a lot of talk about the value of life and God's purpose for human existence, and that until Frankenstein gave life to Adam, only God had possessed the power to create life. And there's also a great deal of Catholic undertones in this film, with a lot of weight given to holy water, sacred symbols, and relics. In fact, without a certain marking given to their weapons, the gargoyles could not destroy the demons. Unfortunately, although the movie made use of a number of biblical names such as Gideon and Adam, and referenced Michael and the fall of Satan, you would be mistaken to think that proper biblical theology was utilized in the story of this film. God wasn't seen as sovereign in the case of Adam, as it was said that God didn't give life to him, but that his existence was a mistake and wickedness. Another point to make is that the assumption that demons could only possess dead, soulless bodies, this of course is also not biblically accurate. In regards to the violence, obviously one would expect to see graphic fighting sequences and monster mayhem abroad, but I must say that all of the action and violence was pretty much of the sci-fi kind, and there was little blood and gore here. Whenever a demon or gargoyle perished, they would burst into flames, or for the gargoyles, beams of light. So in this category, I only gave it 3 out of 5 for extreme violence. And as far as language or sexuality, the scores were also very low. This film left out any romance or sensuality, as the plot gave no need for any activity, giving me the privilege of awarding a 0 for sexuality. And if it weren't for the one single use of the S word when the scientist lady encountered a demon for the first time, I would have been able to give another 0 instead of 1 for language. So, what would a Christian say about I, Frankenstein? If you're looking for entertainment, this movie has a lot to offer that won't force you to turn your head or close your ears due to any racy, raunchy, or overwhelmingly graphic sequence. But don't expect to find anything worthy of motivating, inspiring, or edifying the church either. I found that Frankenstein offers an unbiblical approach to the message regarding the fight over the soul, and presents the spiritual realm in an inaccurate fashion that would very well confuse and mislead those who aren't educated in sound doctrine. So my opinion is that if you are aware of the truth of Scripture and you're just looking to waste a few hours on meaningless entertainment, then I, Frankenstein, is probably going to meet those needs, but don't expect to find any worthwhile spiritual meat here. So this has been an L3 movie review. See you next time as we bring you a biblical response to what's happening in your world.